We looked at professional footage of film and series clips that inspired us to create our film.
When we were given the specification at the beginning, we were struggling for ideas, and at the time I'd just watched the film Kidulthood, and Jodie had been watching the
Top Boy.
Yeah, Top Boy drama on Channel 4, which was a series that was a fictional series about gang culture in London and drugs and that whole kind of scene. And we decided that that'd be quite a good area maybe to go into.
We also looked at Skins and Harry Brown, which are also about gang culture, and these gave us our ideas to create characters that teens of our age could relate to.
We also had taken into mind when creating locations, because all the locations on similar films we'd watched and other footage we took inspiration from was in a large council estates in London, which obviously we don't have. So we had to make the best of the locations we could and still manage to make the audience feel as if it was in an area where this kind of stuff would happen, say like drugs, violence and gang culture.
We decided to use male actors, and the sort of clothes they would wear were trackies, trainers, hoodies, as that's what we found most of them wore in the film openings. We decided that it would probably be an independent film company, similarly to Harry Brown, such as Hanway Films or Framestore Features.
We also noticed that Harry Brown has also received funding from the British Film Council, which, as it does portray elements of British lifestyle, we think our film could also maybe be funded by the UK British Film Council if it were to be produced. In our audience research, we did it based on a crime thriller, and action, which would be quite relevant to our film opening. And we asked questions such as, would they like to be introduced to the protagonist at the beginning? Would they like to have a crime being committed in the opening? And we did take all these into account when producing our film.
The car chase was also a thing that some audience members wanted to see, to create excitement and make them want to keep watching the film. We both found that we've learnt so much from creating our film opening. For example, neither I or Kellen were quite sure on how the cameras worked, but now that we've had so much practice with them, we're
both feel quite comfortable.
We also faced some challenges when we were filming, such as when we were recording outside, we didn't realise how much the microphones picked up the wind, so we had to work around the problem and deal with it in another way.
We also found lighting an issue, which obviously when we started recording we didn't realise how long we were going to be recording, so it did end up getting dark. Luckily we ended up using the software and getting to terms with that quite well and learning how to use that so we could edit clips to make it maybe look like it was earlier in the day or later at night.
We used programs on the computer like Adobe Premiere and Adobe Premiere Pro, which allowed us to edit our film and design the logo, and then put everything together. We knew that audio was going to be quite a large part of our film, and we realised that adding music to it would make it a lot more professional.
Yeah.
We had to research sound foley and diegetic and non-diegetic sound, so that we could work this into our opening as well. Whilst using our Adobe Premiere, we also realised that we could use many different techniques. For example, when we had our flashback section, we realised that we could change the setting of the lights to make it look like it was a different part of the story, and the audience realised that it had happened before.
Yeah, like with the white light effect we put over the top, so it was almost as if it was a memory, which yeah, the audience did seem to get that, didn't they?
we're a lot more confident in everything that we've used, and we feel that everything pulled together.
Well, yeah, when we first started, we were struggling to even put the camera on the tripod, which was a bit of an issue if we needed to film an opening. But yeah, we managed to get past that luckily, so it's all alright.
What aspects of the film helped to establish the genre and excitement of the clip?
I think the audios, like the music, sort of told you that it was a British urban sort of gangster film.
Helped to set the scene of what was happening in the clip.
I think the mise en scene as well was good, because the clothing that the characters are wearing really told us a lot about them.
How did you feel about the characters?
Yeah, we could sort of tell they were obviously sort of like gangsters or something like that.
By their clothing and the way they were acting, it kind of made us think that there was probably a past to them, that they'd had a bit of a rough time in the past or something like that.
What do you expect to happen next?
Probably a fight.
Yeah.
Probably getting that guy they were chasing after him on something like that. I want to know though, it's pretty good.
Is there any way in which we can improve the...
I think the beginning audio could have been slightly clearer.
Touch up on the editing on a few little things, but apart from that, it was
good.
Really good.